Hi, I just finished the third reading of Eva and Frankel Math's book. Um, it dealt with some very interesting concepts: time, culture, originality, plagiarism, appropriation, things like that. Uh, some very interesting concepts, very interesting perspectives, and it was a very great read. I really enjoyed it. Um, I believe art's value increases through time, as it goes through time and how it, you know, survives, through time and the elements. You know, some people might see them as imperfection or, damage, but Eva and Franco, um, you know, put it in a way where uh, the artwork is almost like a living thing in itself, and it has a million different, aspects that it can take. Um, so yeah, so maybe not the monetary value or anything like that, but that value of the actual artwork, you know, I believe it does increase. Um, Another thing is, who's to say what the original state of the art is? Is it when the artist created, what came out when he finished, or how that piece of art survives through time, and what we see when it gets to us, to our eyes. And so that's a very, it's a pretty interesting concept. Eva and Franco stated that they believe that the concept of original is overrated. Um, again, they believe that, artwork has an infinite amount of aspects it can take. And one of the things that they believe is that, the art isn't in the object itself, but what the feelings and the emotions that the objects create when people look at them. And I find that to be true. I really agree with that. Um, Darko Maver's artwork, I believe it does a great job at pointing out, the job that the media has done, desensitizing people. And I believe the dark twist in his artwork was that, you know um, while the media is shocked and his artwork is news, but it's just art. But it's shocking to them how he uses these real live, images, and that's shocking. But they ignore, the actual violence that's producing these images. you know um so I think that was his point, to point out how, we focus on the wrong things, and we ignore the, where things come from. um the plaque that Ivan Franco put up in Italy, the, the original, an ordinary building plaque. um I believe that was meant to criticize the way that, the that country was kind of degrading its history and its culture by, marketing its culture and trying to attract tourists that way. And it also challenges the concept of history. It it challenges people to question, where their history comes from, because, in the end, the only way history can exist is if somebody writes it. And you never know how competent that person may be, or if he has any biases or anything like that. So it challenges the actual concept of history and how people look at history. Um, it's always 6 o'clock. I think the main themes, go back to a lot of the art that Eva and Franco have made before. Which goes back to, plagiarism, originality, cultural jamming, um, appropriation, remixing, stuff like that. And I think what they were trying to prove was, culture is something that can die. If we allow it to remain idle and just kind of ignore it and allow it to become a cliche, then culture can die. And I think what he did with Mickey Mouse and all the thing and all the other superheroes or characters that he used in his piece, I believe that he was trying to point out that you can give culture new life if you use it in different ways other than how it was used before, or how it was meant to be used or meant to be seen, or I think he was trying to point out that you know in order for our culture to remain alive, we need to keep using it. And so all in all, I enjoyed this reading, and that's pretty much it.